What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time. This is a two-part video. The first part is a continuation of my ongoing weekly series that I started those months ago to get through the throwback baseball collection. Almost there, but still got some teams to go. So this week, by request of one of my loyal subscribers and viewers, and I want to make sure I get the name right. I know I shouted him out the last video, but I want to make sure. Cool Dude 5002 requested that I did the Atlanta Braves this week. I had another team in mind, but I figured, you know what? He wanted to see the Braves, so I'll show him the Braves. even though they took care of my beloved Phillies over the weekend and swept them in Atlanta. I'm not saying that if I was the manager of the Phillies, they'd have more wins by now. But I am saying that if I was the manager of the Phillies, I would never allow my pitching staff to pitch to Brian McCann. Because all the guy ever does is hit against the Phillies. So I would just walk him. Well, maybe hit him a few times, but I would walk. Take first. Brian, just don't even bother getting in the batter's box. Just walk to first base from the dugout because you're not getting anything to hit. There's just certain players in baseball that kill certain teams, and McCann just kills the... I don't know why they pitch to him. I really don't. It doesn't matter who's pitching to him either. It just doesn't. But it's okay. Yeah, it's been a bad year. But yes, I know Cool Dude said he's a Braves fan. I know Jay King is also a big Braves fan, so shout out to Jay King out there in the Pacific Northwest. And so the Atlanta Braves are the team of the week this week. And I also have a pickup, a Mitchell and Ness pickup to show as well. So we're going to get to that after this. So let's get to the Braves first. And like I said, when I did Pirates Week, I had the 71 Roberto Clemente jersey. I said, if you're a fan of baseball, you got to have a Clemente in your collection. Well, if you're a fan of baseball, you got to have a Hammer and Hank in your collection. And this is my Hank Aaron jersey. This is reminiscent of the 715 home run jersey, as this was the jersey style that he wore when he hit home run number 715 at the time, making him the all-time hit home run king. Some say he still is. They don't acknowledge Barry Bonds, but it is what it is. But that was quite a memorable moment when he hit that home run, surpassing the Babe many, many years back in Atlanta wearing this particular style Braves jersey, the home white with the Indian feathers on the sleeves. Real nice jersey. I actually saw the actual jersey that Hank Aaron wore when he hit number 715 at the Baseball Hall of Fame when I went there to Cooperstown, New York some years ago. Some summers ago, actually. It was a great trip, and I absolutely would recommend it to anyone out there who's a fan of sports, baseball. You got to get to Cooperstown sometime because it's awesome, just awesome. And particularly for Jersey heads like us, because they got plenty of jerseys hanging around of all the great players there. Of course, they're under glass, but you know what I mean. And Hanks was one of them. They had Clemente, so many great. Schmidt was there, a couple other Phillies. It was really cool to see it. But this is the Mitchell and Ness version, the home white with the Indian feathers on the sleeves. The Braves is actually triple stitched on the front, and just really nice. The 44 as well, really pops. And of course, it just has the 44, no name on the back, because that's how the Braves wore it back in the day. But everybody knows who this is, you know. So there's certain players, certain jerseys, you just see the number and you know who it is. Like Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth. I mean, there's plenty more, you know. But just certain players don't need the name on the back because you know who it is. All right, that's jersey number one. Jersey number two is basically the road version of that particular jersey. By the way, that jersey was circa 1974. Get that? Yep, 1974. This one's circa 1976. And this is the away version of the Atlanta Braves jersey during that time period. But this, of course, is number 35, the knuckleballer Phil Niekro. And there's his Atlanta jersey. This was a grail of mine for some years. And some years ago, this was a gift from my dad to me. I forget if it was my birthday or Christmas. It was one of the two. And I was so happy to get it because it was on my grail list for a while for baseball. I was able to get it, so I was happy with that. I really, as you guys know about me, I love road gray baseball jerseys, and this is one of the road gray, and it's a pullover too, so it's the best of both worlds for me. So it's got the Atlanta on the front again, triple stitch, the 35. And what's different between this jersey and the Hank Aaron jersey, it's got the Indian feather, but only on one sleeve. The other sleeve, 1976, all the National League teams celebrated the 100th anniversary of the National League. So I have a few of these jerseys with this patch on there. Of course, some Phillies in the collection, but this is the Braves one. And on the back, that 35 is also triple stitched. Again, no name, just the 35. So there you go. Jersey number 3. Another really nice jersey, another big head turner. And this is the 1981 powder blue Atlanta Braves Dale Murphy jersey. And you got that Atlanta number 3 double stitched on the front. I didn't show the jock tags for the others, but trust me, they were there. There's the jock tag. Love the trim going around, love the sleeves. Now, I know Mitchell & Ness reissued this jersey like a year or so ago, but this is the original Made in USA version. So it's really nice. The newer one's nice too. I know they made Dale Murphy and Phil Niekro, and I know they made Dale Murphy and Phil Niekro also back in the day, and this is the Dale Murphy one, the original USA version. The Murphy's on the nameplate, single stitched, the 3's double stitched. Real nice jersey, love the color. And of course the swag factor, I mean, it wouldn't be me without the jersey hat combo, so I got the jersey hat combo. I got the American Needle Cooperstown Collection Braves hat, and of course it goes with really all 3 jerseys, but I think it goes with this one the best. Just really pops on that. So, anyhow, to Jay King and Cool Dude 5002. Want to make sure I got that right. Yep, 5002. Sometimes I'm not great with the numbers, so I have to make sure when people have numbers in their names that I get them right. But I see here I did. So good, yay me. 5002. So there you go. Shouts to you, all the other Braves fans out there. Enjoy it while it lasts, because next season I have a feeling the Phillies will be back. They're just feeling generous this year. They're letting other teams have control of the division, but they'll be back next year. Please God. But anyhow, this brings us to, that's hot. This brings us to the second portion of the video, and that's the pickup portion, the Mitchell & Ness pickup portion. And you remember how I said, I think it was a week ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, when I did my weekly series for baseball, I said the stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls were starting to get some Mitchell & Ness jerseys in. I'd be on the lookout for those. At that point, I didn't see any Eagles jerseys. I heard they were there, but I guess I got there too late. I couldn't get my hands on one. Well, over this weekend, that changed. Because I went to a local Marshalls near me, and lo and behold, it was mixed in with a lot of stuff, but you know me, I got that Hawkeye when it comes to seeing the jersey. I saw the sleeve. In this big rack of clothes, I saw the sleeve, and it was like, it was like moth to a flame, ooh. So, this is actually a jersey I've wanted to get for a while. I didn't get it during the Super Bowl sale. I didn't get it during last year's Black Friday sale. I wanted to, but then I saw some other things, and you know how it is. So, but I wanted to get this jersey for 2 reasons. A, it is representing the team that I'm a diehard fan of for football, and that's the Eagles. B, it's a player who I actually met many years ago. It's a Hall of Famer, and here's his jersey. For all you long sleeve fans out there for football, there you go. It's the first long sleeve Eagles jersey that I own. Number 25, that's the Hall of Fame great wide receiver back in the day, Tommy McDonald. And I had a pleasure to meet him back when I was graduating high school, because my high school had an award named after him, the Tommy McDonald Sportsmanship Award. That was the year that Tommy was inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So he came to our graduation ceremony. It was a small class I was in of graduates, and he came and he did the same bit that he did at the Hall of Fame. He had his little tape player and he was dancing around, and he gave each of us a big chest bump. Really sweet guy. I mean, he had his NFL championship ring from 1960, which was the last Eagles championship to date in football. But look it up. They were the only team ever to beat Vincent Lombardi's Packers in an NFL championship game. It was 1960, and Tommy McDonald was a part of that Eagles team that brought home the championship at Franklin Field in Philadelphia over Vince Lombardi's Packers. And Tommy still wore his championship ring very proudly, showed it to all of us, let some of us put it on. It was a great honor to meet one of the all-time great Eagles, and of course went to the Hall of Fame that year. So, great honor for him, well-deserving, great wide receiver back in the day. So yeah, Tommy McDonald. So I always said I wanted to get his jersey ever since, those many years ago. And here it is years later, and I have it, and I'm real happy because obviously it does represent my team, but it also represents a person who's a great person, someone who I had the pleasure of meeting many years ago, and even had my picture taken with. But really, really great player, great person, and part of the last championship for Philadelphia Eagles to date. Hopefully that would change. Hopefully very soon. maybe in January. Hey, fans can always dream this time of year, right? So, but yeah, Tommy McDonald. This is of course the Kelly green jersey, circa 1960. So it's got the long sleeves, and it's got the vintage look to it. The 25s, all of them are single stitched on the sleeves, on the front. There you got the other sleeve. There it is. And on the back, of course, there's no name, just the big 25. Of course, that's how the Eagles wore it back in the day. That's how all teams wore it back in the day. And, this is a heavy jersey. They issued this like a year or so ago. And it is very well done, just heavy, and I love the Kelly green. I know I'm wearing the current, but I kind of wish that they would wear the Kelly greens like twice a year, like the Chargers wear their powder blues. I think the Eagles need to go to the Kelly greens twice a year. Maybe not the long sleeve. That might be a bit much, but some other version of the Kelly greens that they wore back in the day. But yeah, Tommy McDonald, great jersey, very heavy. So I won't be wearing this until the winter. And speaking of that, the swag factor for this, since this is a heavy jersey, I gotta wear it when it's cold. So I'm gonna wear the fitted wool Mitchell & Ness Eagles hat in the cold also to keep my head warm. So, and that's actually the logo that they had circa 1960. So, there they are. The swag factor, Tommy McDonald jersey, Eagles hat, both from Mitchell & Ness. Beautiful jersey. So happy to have it. It's a different looking jersey in my collection. Definitely with the long sleeves, and that striking Kelly green is just, really, really nice. And it does bring back memories of when I was younger. No, not in 1960, but back in the 90s when the Eagles wore the Kelly greens to a different version. But they wore the shorter sleeve Kelly greens with the big Eagles logo on the sleeves. But yeah, Tommy McDonald, great NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver, Philadelphia Eagle, part of the 1960 Eagles, the last NFL championship for these loyal fans. We've been waiting so long. Hopefully, please God, this will be the year that we can finally put an end to that long drought of over 50 years. But hey, fans can only dream this time of year, right? So anyhow, to all my loyal subscribers out there, to all my fellow Jersey heads, family, friends, DeviantArt members, anybody I left out, this is MightyFan's saying peace. I thank you all for your great support. Keep it coming. I'm going to keep these videos coming. So thanks to all of you. This is MightyFan once again saying peace, and I will see you in that next video. And by the way, next week's Team of the Week will be those swinging Oakland A's. It's been a while since I've done an American League team, and you know what? They're having some decent success this season too. So I wanted to do them this week, but I'll do them next week. So to all you West Coast viewers out there, you all know who you are. The West Coast will be represented next week, and also the American League with the Oakland A's. So there you go. There's the Team of the Week for next week. So until then, this is MightyFan once again saying peace, and I will see you then. All right, bye.